What's going on, Jeromes? So the Minnesota Vikings need to replace the... What's up, Sylvie? It's been a while since Sylvie's walked through the screen. I think people are starting to get worried. But she's fine. She's... So the wife says she doesn't like the cat. Margaret is indifferent to the cat now, but it's my cat now. And she said she's indifferent, but she noticed that the cat doesn't like drinking stagnant water or water, like still water from like a bowl, which Margaret changes every day. But she got like I don't want to call it a bubbler because I don't want to give Wisconsin people the satisfaction, but it's something that like constantly recycles and flows the water. Anyways, but the Vikings potentially could need to replace the production of TJ Hockenson to start the season. Now, will it be a couple games? Will it be half the season? Will it be? It will be what it be. And Hockenson, of course, is on the mend after the Dirty Kirby Joseph hit. And replacing his production, this is our fault too, because a lot of the talk has been around Johnny Munt, formerly of the Rams. He and Kevin O'Connell, West Phillips go way back like chiroprac, and also it was Munt in 2-minute drill last year, basically taking over Hockenson snaps in catch-up mode. Also, Bobby Tonyan coming in, former Greasy Grammy Green Bay Packer and Bear and Lion, had a double-digit touchdown season back in the day in 2020. Nick Muse, 7th-round pick. Maybe he could step up as well. But what if the answer is right in front of us? What if the answer is the guy who they gave a massive contract to and is one of the best blocking tight ends in the game? But, he can also catch the ball. What about that? So Josh Oliver, and again, it may just be our innate bias where just like, hey, we just see him as basically an extra offensive lineman. We see him as a blocking tight end. We see him as a potential H-back as well. So, maybe that's it, but why not throw it up to 84? We've done that before, and it certainly has worked out. And Oliver, getting some offseason work in with slinging Sam Darnold, the presumptive number one quarterback for the Vikings this season, as J.J. McCarthy looks to potentially have a redshirt year. And with Oliver, so people were shocked last offseason when Kwesi and O'Connell brought in Oliver, a 3-year, $21 million deal from the Ravens, because he didn't have big-time stats, but you got to see the forest through the trees. And Oliver's blocking is going to be a large part of the Vikings offensive line moving forward. But last year didn't really pan out. The Oliver was fine. The running game was just foobarred. But if the Vikings running game is going to get back on course, Oliver is going to be a major part of that. And love how he got acclimated to the culture right away. Hockenson, Nick Muse, Josh Oliver, Johnny Munt is off screen, just getting after things. And also, I loved the hair homage to Prince. Like, he purified himself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. It's looking good, man. And last year, Oliver quietly had a very solid season for what his specific role is be. Now, people pissing and moaning. Oh, but is the $7 million good? Man, we paid Marcus Davenport $13 million for like 13 snaps, so get out of here. But Oliver played about 41.6% of the Viking snaps last year. Now, his snaps didn't really go up after Hockenson went out. So that's what led me to believe that his role was very structured and defined with what O'Connell wanted to do last year. But also, given a full offseason, it's going to be a lot different than just doing things on the fly for the last couple games of the year. Also, he was PFF's number one graded run blocking gap concept tight end. Right. Also, he was the number 4 overall run blocking tight end in the National Football League of qualifying tight ends. 22 catches, 213 yards receiving, 9.7 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns, 26 targets. He is a big-bodied red zone threat. He does have decent hands. Also ran a 4.63 40 at the 2019 Combine. Did have that fumble against the Chiefs. Yeah. Who didn't have a fumble at the start of last year? That's why I want to know, man. But going back, Parkland, when he was the pride of San Jose State, go Spartans, he was a different tight end coming into the draft in 2019. His scouting report from NFL.com, blah, blah, blah. Heavily targeted primary receiver asked to work at 3 levels. Man, if only I'd pre-check this. Use fully informed route tree with all the branches. Good acceleration, majestic booming strides to rise and capture high throws in deep middle. Catches through crunching blows from safety, sniping at him. Shows capacity to improve and help in pass protection, blah, blah, blah. All right, so basically he came in as a receiving tight end, and he was the number one option for San Jose State when he was in college. But he transformed himself with the Ravens, became one of the best blocking tight ends in the National Football League. But I feel like the Vikings may have to use him in a different fashion this season. Now, yes, he's going to be a huge part of the blocking game, and also he's going to play a lot in two tight end sets. He's probably going to be playing 40 to 50% of the snaps yet again on offense, but also I just feel like we're underutilizing him, and the Vikings struggled at times in the red zone in the passing game. Why not have a heavy package out there, and then all of a sudden Josh Oliver, he's listed at 6'5", he looks 6'7". Get out of here. But either way, massive wingspan, massive hands, just going up and getting it. Come on. Come on, man. So, Hockenson obviously is one of the best tight ends in the game, but the Vikings may have to look elsewhere to supplement that production. So why not Josh freaking Oliver, man? I think that he truly could be an underrated, underutilized asset, and I think that he could make a very interesting splash early on in the season if Hockenson is indeed up on blocks. And then also, even when Hockenson's healthy, like Oliver will still be on the field. He'll still have a role. And then all of a sudden, like, hey, so with Cousins already had chemistry with Jefferson and Hockenson and whatever. Oliver was new, so that could have factored in. But with Darnold and McCarthy, everyone's starting with a clean slate, and maybe they're just like, hey, I trust 84. Get you 84 jerseys out. Who knows? Who knows, man? But your thoughts on our thoughts. Could Josh Oliver help supplement the production of TJ Hockenson early in the season? Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.